Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Gaming Podcast, episode 91. Once again, it's Sammy and I carrying this cart of ours, Sammy, on the road to 100. How does it feel?
It feels good. Listen, we started this way. We can continue on this way here and there, but obviously we love it when the rest of the gang's here. We're,
Absolutely.
we're going to get them all back soon, I
We're
promise.
going to get them back really soon for something really special. It's summertime, families visiting, or you're traveling up to the cottage or something like that. Or you just go missing. I don't know. One of the two. But,
We'll check
then
it
but then you make your fall TV return. So the summer hiatus, it's a
Yeah.
thing. It happens, But Sam, what's going on with you? How are you doing? How was your
Oh
Canada
my
Day?
goodness. Honestly, okay, Canada Day was pretty low key. Didn't do
Okay.
much. Just cleaned my house.
Gotcha.
But I also, since last time we talked, I have successfully dated everything.
I can't believe this.
Mhm.
I think you have a problem, Sammy.
I mean,
We need Maury. We need Maury.
the toaster, the
Yeah.
freaking air fryer, everything, man. And it was a
So
blast.
so we still have confirmed that Betty's mine, right?
Mm,
You
listen,
dated you dated everything. I just want the bed.
okay, Betty's open.
Yeah.
She's very upfront.
I could change that.
You can fix it.
I can fix that.
You can
I
fix
can
it, okay.
I can fix that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe if I'm being nice, you can have her. What's the SZA lyric? Like you're 9 to 5. I'm more like the weekend.
No, there's no shifts. There's no shifts.
No shifts.
You can have Deborah Wilson. She's waiting for you in the closet.
Man, I'd rather have. Let's see, who's my second top? Probably like Volt.
Volt? I don't think I met Volt yet.
So they're the Spark panel people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did like was her name Madison? The magnifying glass one.
Oh, Maggie. Yeah.
Maggie. She was kind of fun a little bit, even though like she's kind of like that nerdy fun, like, oh, you're a big nerd, but I like it. Yeah.
Dude, did you come across the dust ball?
No, not yet. I got a dust ball. You can do a dust ball.
Everything.
Jesus Christ! I know, like you did a door and like you did a plunger and your shower curtain. And then Jeff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So that's what you have done, and you have the review up and running at Gaming Network. So make sure to go check that out. Did you do anything else for the holiday?
No.
Besides
not really.
dating everything.
Just mostly dating everything. There was like a barbecue or two during the weekend,
nice.
But then the actual Canada Day, since I had to work Monday, was pretty low key. How about you? What did you do for Canada Day?
Just honestly, there's a lot of relaxing, and I've been playing a lot of the Switch too. I've been wanting to play more games that are now like released on the Switch too. Instead of like and like these are just games to like relax in. Like obviously, if I'm playing like I'm right now currently reviewing Stellar Blade on the PC. So like if for example, if that was on the Switch, I wouldn't have played it on the Switch because obviously I want to play it on stream.
Yeah.
So but I'm like games like Street Fighter 6, I could like do other things to like unlock, because there's a certain mode where you can unlock all the characters, outfits, and everything instead of paying for it, but it just takes a while to grind. I'm like, oh, I can do that off stream and everything. Obviously you can play Mario Kart. People won't be like, hey, your number was 569. Why is it 6037? Like no one's gonna complain about that. People just see shells being thrown at you and everything. So I'm looking for more games where like it's not like I don't need to stream all the time to like progress in the story, because I will legit not play a game until I have to stream it next and everything. There's some people who are like, what? I'm like, listen, my community means a lot. I don't want they'll be like, what the hell? And then not only that, I also record my stuff as well. So
yeah,
I'll be missing video. I don't want to replay stuff as well. So like I'm legit replaying Last of Us 1 because I missed the last half of the last quarter of the footage of my upload, my walkthrough, and it's basically where you meet the giraffe.
Okay, that's like the best part.
Yeah, but then after that, I have no footage of that. I was like, where's the rest of the footage? So I'm literally gonna restart the game and then continue to start 2 and everything.
Awesome, I love that.
Crazy, absolutely. That's my dedication. But yeah, I'm looking for more games to like just relax in, and maybe some sports games. Thankfully, WWE 2K25 is coming to the Switch very soon in 3 weeks. This month is wrestling. Okay, this one's entertainment.
I
This
kind of
one
like
this one
throwing
has
it in there.
this one has the drama and stuff in
The
it.
drama.
This one
That's
has
fair.
drama. It's
It
like
is very theatrical.
honestly it's how I guess everyone watches Days of Our Lives, but like it's more I mean you could say fair enough that it's more catered to women, right?
Yeah.
Like soap operas and everything like that. Well, wrestling is a male soap opera.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that.
You know, it has everything you need. It has your action. It has the drama.
Has
Has
storylines. Yeah.
storylines. It has the looks of people. So
I feel like if I
people
worked
chasing
in
dreams.
WWE, I would love it. But just as someone, I guess because my cousins were always obsessed with what was it? Hold on. Is it
It should be F.
WWE?
But it
Yeah.
should be F, but they changed it because of the World Life
Oh, that makes sense.
Foundation. They
Yeah,
almost got
yeah.
sued. Yeah.
They almost got sued. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they almost got
But
sued for that. Yeah, yeah.
my cousins were obsessed with it back then, and then I got thrown around a lot and on the ground because that's what you just do to your little cousins.
So it's triggering to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, you can still look back. I know, like I know Riley and Steve and I will watch it. Sometimes Steve V will watch it as well. He has no idea what's going
Oh,
on. But then there'll be certain storylines that everyone gets, and then we have like a little like watch party. Everyone gets looped in. Even the girls, they're like, what is going on? This is happening. Like we have like I think you might like it.
one day I will. I
Give
feel
it a chance.
like
You
one
get
day
you.
I'll join. One
We'll
day.
get you. We'll,
I
we'll,
know.
we'll bring you in for like one of the special ones.
Okay. Okay.
Not like one of the like the B pay-per-view shows. I mean, they're all the pay-per-view shows are pay-per-views, but like, there's some like Mecca, like WrestleMania or Royal Rumble pay-per-views that you're like, oh, you have to watch this because this beef's going on with that guy, and then this guy's back now and everything. Like, and then John Cena's back for the last time, and he's on a heel run, meaning he's a bad guy for the first time in how many years?
Oh
So
man.
there you go. Too nerdy for you? It's better than watching a guy swing a bat.
I
And
mean,
I love baseball.
I can't say things are too nerdy for me because I have more nerdy hobbies. So like
That's
that'd be
true.
very hypocritical of me.
There you go. But I still feel the judgment there. I still feel the judgment.
Maybe it's just a boy thing. I don't know, man.
You know what, Sammy? We're gonna start with one of your nerdy things. I did have another story for you.
Ooh.
Your nerdy friend, your nerdy god, Neil Druckmann, is stepping back
Oh, I mean,
from the Last of Us show. People got scared.
yeah.
People legit got scared, thinking, "Oh my god, he's stepping back from Last of Us. This is like we're never getting a third one. That's it.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
done."
But it was
He's
just the show.
stepping back from the show to focus on what is coming up next. This man has a lot on the plate. Obviously, part 3, whenever that comes out. Intergalactic. Still waiting for the Beastie Boys collaboration with that. You gotta have that collaboration. They literally made a song called that.
Yeah.
In fact, they should sue them. Like, yeah, that's our word. But and whatever other projects he may be overlooking as well. Are you surprised by this, or are you happy about this, or does this ruin the show for you? Now the show's going to like what season? I haven't watched the show as of yet. I haven't finished. I haven't finished the first of two games.
Did you finish part 2 or like do you know the general plot of what happens?
I kind of know what happens, but I never played part.
Okay. Well,
yet.
obviously the way they decided to end season 2 is like halfway through part 2 and then it's going to be a switch up.
I thought they were drawn out like the first like 5 minutes of what I thought they were drawing that out to be like as a cliffhanger, be like, oh my god, and then lead and then continue, because I think that would have prolonged the show a little bit more. I know a lot of people were hoping for that.
I just need, how far along are you in part 2?
Like I said, I never played part 2.
Like at all?
At all. I never even booted up. I think the most I did was check my graphic settings. I was like, I'll do this later.
So basically part 2, when you do play it, there's going to be kind of like a shift up and like something that'll change your perspective. And then you're going to initially be mad at it. But that's what
I do remember that.
Season 3 is going to be that. So clearly, if we already saw this happen when part 2 came out, there was discourse. People were angry. People were like, I'm not playing this game. Logically, the same thing would happen with all the new people watching the HBO show. So if HBO is, if they're just like, oh, it's not doing numbers because blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, you are making a pretty like one-to-one remake of the game. So obviously
people just know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
But like you should have learned from like, oh, it happened to the game, it's probably gonna happen with the show.
I thought he went there to like change, like, oh, let me change up a little things, and I thought maybe that's why he's stepping. I thought that's probably the reason why he was stepping back. But he's like, okay, well, my job here is done. I corrected my mistake.
Well, I think he didn't really change much. He added to it. Like, there's nothing that's really like gone that you're missing that was like a big story point. And I think he did finish up season 3 too. So basically, up until part 1 and part 2, now he's done. Now, if HBO decides to go, hey, we're continuing the story in our way, separate from the games, that might happen. But I have a big feeling season 3 is not going to do the numbers that even season 2 did. And they're going to be even more disappointed because of where they decided to stop the season.
Because people were even getting upset about like season 2.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, this episode, like this season
They're
isn't
like,
as
mid and blah,
kind
blah,
of mid. Yeah.
I mean,
but as our Last of Us expert here, what would you rate season 2 right now?
Season 2 is probably like a 7 out of 10 for me.
Oh my god.
And they kind of like even held your hand a bit more.
Oh no.
Versus like I prefer just like ripping into your emotions in like part 2 traumatize me.
Yeah. So like didn't they do the same thing in part 1, season 1, I should say? Was it season 1 like a 1-to-1 thing, except for like you got a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a little bit more with the guy you meet.
The one-off episode, yeah.
Yeah, with the guy who plays
Parks and Rec. I can't remember.
Parks and Rec guy.
Right,
yeah. You know what
that
I'm talking
was
about.
A beautiful addition.
Nick Hoffman or something like that?
That's, I think, the in-character name, but what's his like real name?
What? I thought his name was Nick Hoffman. What?
Okay, maybe. I don't know.
I think you might be right. Yeah. Hold on. Swanson's his name.
Swanson, yeah.
Yeah. Turn men into Swansons. That's what I remember. You can continue. I'm going to look this up. Ron Swanson. Played by Nick Hoffman.
Okay, yes. So, like, that was a beautiful addition. It was even like this season is following the game pretty closely, but they switched up the order of some things to just kind of like try to mentally prepare you. They basically babied the audience to try to meet them halfway. And now, you know, it was here and people were reacting here. So now it's just kind of like.
Do you think they babied the audience because like do they still have that mentality of like, well, this came from video games, so the general audience won't understand it? And then like, do they not realize like there's actually really good writing in video games now? There's no longer just line of text anymore. There's actors playing it. There's a lot of emotions. People are getting like there's different like training happening and cinematic scenes. Like do they still like the big execs have like Neil? I mean, but Neil was beside this as well. Like should he be like, well, hey, can we do this a different way? Or maybe he just got boxed out.
Make what happened with the game not happen with season 2, because yes, Laura Bailey won voice actor of the year that day or that year, but she was also one of the most hated voice actresses because of the character she plays and what that character does in the game.
Oh, no.
She got death threats. She was treating very poorly by the Last of Us community. So I think they're trying to like make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, because people were very passionate about the source material in part 1 because of the writing, because it was so strong. Like, oh, I have a tattoo, clearly it affected people. And by trying to handhold and not just utterly destroy you mentally, they kind of shot themselves in the foot. But I feel like regardless, The Last of Us part
people are going to be mad anyway.
Yeah. And the first season is like cinematic history, probably, in my opinion, the best video game adaptation ever. And like, it's really, but like, so when you're at perfection, there's nowhere else
straight down here. That's why you got to start mid and then move your way up.
Yeah.
You know, be like third or second place in a race. You're like, next time I'll get it. I could have got it, but next time, you know.
So for season 3, it's focusing on things you don't want to focus on. So as a player, like there's a couple of times even playing the game, I put down my freaking controller and went to go take a walk. What will most people do? They're just going to shut off the show and
watch another TV channel. You're gonna watch wrestling. That's what you're gonna do. Hell yeah, wrestling's back, baby. Even with wrestling, I gotta take a break. There'll be times I'm like, oh, this is so stupid. Like you're watching it week to week. It's very like a soap opera, and you watch it twice a week, but week to week, basically. And then they start adding in some other goofy stuff in between that.
Oh my gosh!
And then like a Saturday night main event that has like a million ads. So like you see one guy do one power slam, and they're like, all right, I'll be right back. And be like, what the hell? He just did one move. I don't understand what's going on here. Or the people are pissed off because they're wrestling in Saudi Arabia because the time difference is like it's at 1 p.m. The wrestling match is happening. And then they're like, "Why are they getting this match in Saudi Arabia? We should be here in America," type of thing. Like, they get people. It's so dumb. I don't know. And after a while, I just watch I'm just gonna watch the recap. I watch a guy who has to do it because it's his job, and he will recap it. He's pretty funny, and I'll support him and all that stuff. So
you're doing what I'm doing with One Piece because there's no way I'm watching 2,000 plus episodes. So they're coming up with like a condensed version, and I'm gonna watch that.
I know someone who literally watched every episode of One Piece, and they actually it was Cassie from Evolve. I don't know if you met them.
Start like did they grow up with it and like we're watching over time?
Oh, they started doing it, and not only that, they started doing. As she told me, they started doing it with working out. So they'll just over the years, I think it was like I don't know how long it took. I think it was like 3 years. She said I'll have to ask her again. But like with each workout, like she ended up working out for like hours sometimes because you watch again. Like, each episode is like what 22 minutes, at most or something like that, maybe like 17 minutes sometimes or whatever like that. So she does, and she didn't even skip the fillers. She just watched every single one while working out.
I mean, that's a good tactic, to be honest.
She's ripped now. Look at her. They're like, One Piece did this to me, so I owe this a One Piece, type
She's the real king of the
pirates. If you see this, Cassie, hi Cassie, so yeah. But yeah, that's another thing as well. So I guess are you surprised that he's leaving? I guess.
I mean, unless there's a part 3 like written down, like there's nothing for him to do right now. He has to go make the freaking game.
Is it right? Part 3.
If they want more source material, right?
I'm sure he. I don't know why. Like I feel like he already has it, and then he just wanted to release it because maybe he's a little nervous after the whole backlash of. But because 2 did really good. In gaming wise, did it not?
It did, but it didn't. Like it was a very decisive game. Like it's one of those things. It's like, did I have a good time playing? No.
It got a 93.
Do I still think it like changed my life? Absolutely. Like you need trauma in your life sometimes, and that's what part 2 is. It's literally
it did 2 points less than the first one. The first one, because I had to look up because they have a million remasters and collaboration. Like they have a million of them. So the 2013 Last of Us that got 95 Metacritic score, while Last of Us 2020, does that sound right?
Last of Us Part 2.
That's Part 2 because remaster came out 2024.
I could tell you came out on June 19th because it was my birthday and I took a week off so I could play.
And that was 2020. Funny enough, the other one, January 19th. There you go. Wow. What about 19? Interesting. 93. So just 2 points less. I mean, that's still a must-play score.
It's such a good freaking.
And people are still mad that people are the 7%, the 7 points people were pissed off about. This game has a 5.8 mixed average score from users.
It makes you angry, and like that's like the game's like, hey, you're not going to be okay, and that's okay. You're still going to have an experience. You're still going to be better for it. It's literally, it's like what happens.
Yeah.
The game is like a giant go to therapy sign. That's all I'm gonna say. I need you to play it, and I want to watch you play it on stream.
I will play it. I mean, Donkey Kong's coming out soon.
Oh, that's true. June 17th.
Donkey Kong June 17th. I don't think I will have time to finish these 2 games and Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll try to. I think I need to like email people and just be like, listen here, don't talk to me till next week. I got something to do. I gotta fit, and then just stay up and finish. I need to be like one of those streamers who just like, all right, we're playing these games until we finish it, and then like feel free to donate, leave your bits and then combos or whatever and everything behind, you know.
Gosh, I used to love doing that. I would just like play like the Life is Strange series, and that would be it. That would be my life for like a month.
Those were really good. Except, you know what's kind of funny? You mentioned that the last season wasn't my favorite.
I didn't play it. And the price tag I feel like is getting higher and higher, and I'm like, come on, guys! But I will play it eventually.
It's cheaper now. What do you mean?
Is it cheaper now?
Like $5. You can get it. I think you can get it for like $5.
What, $5?
Last of Us, like the Telltale games.
Oh no, like Life is Strange.
Oh, sorry, Life is Strange. I don't know. I heard Life. I heard the last.
But those two, yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Season 1. Which one you didn't play? The latest one.
The latest one, like, or I don't even think it's like Life is Strange. Wait, it does have.
Why are you waiting for that? I have that. Just play on my thing.
Oh, that's fair. I keep forgetting about that.
I was like, wait, why are you waiting for that one? Oh yeah. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll wait for you to play it.
It's like, oh, I played this game that I need to talk to you about, but like I can't.
I totally forgot you didn't play that one. So have you played all of them? Have you played Before the Storm?
I played Before the Storm.
The original.
Then the one with the 2 brothers.
I didn't like that one.
It was okay.
It was like all right. Yeah.
And then that's the last one I played. So I think I have 2.
The 2 brothers.
Yeah. So there's like 2.
Oh, you're missing. Games? Yeah, you're missing True Colors, which is really good. I have that.
I saw a lot of clips of that, and I'm like, spoilers.
I have that. I have that there too. You can just launch it.
Okay, beautiful.
And then Double Exposure is the latest one.
Yeah, and that has the main girl.
That has that has Max back.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't.
Oh.
Don't.
Something just came back to me. I was like I literally got like a jolt. I was like, oh, yeah.
Now, if I wanted to, for now, skip True Colors and go straight to Double Exposure,
they're not connected.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think all of them. I mean, it's hard to say all of them are their own thing when this one is connected to the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
No spoilers. Moving on.
Oh man. Oh yeah. You got. All right. Drop whatever you're doing and play that now.
I got 2 games to review.
I got like 6 games to still review and everything. It's so bad. It's so crazy. Look at us now, Sammy. We went from like, oh, what are people get games to review, and now we're like, I'm drowning in reviews. What's going on? Crazy, absolutely crazy. Well, I figured we start with something lighthearted here, something because it's downhill after this, Sammy. It's really sad to see what is going on as Microsoft had last episode we talked about rumors of Microsoft doing a layoff.
Yeah.
And rumors are true. Here they are.
Hit the button.
9,000 employees affected by this. Absolutely insane. Our hearts go out to anyone who was affected. Of course, just very, very devastating news. Especially, like, we have so much to like go over with this because Phil Spencer yesterday, and you know me, I love Phil Spencer.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I
You're
even
a
call
Phil
him
enjoyer for sure.
Phil enjoyer. Okay, wait, I'm not going that. I even call him Philly ass. I didn't say I'm a Phil enjoyer. What the hell? But I'm very disappointed in him in this part right here, and he has no right to not with the firing, which of the layoffs. just with this messaging here, like if the layoffs had to happen, if the layoffs had to happen, sadly, those are stuff that is just like, sorry, it has to happen. Even though like Microsoft is billions and billions of dollars, always talking about we made a record high of this, a record high of that, and we're making a lot of revenue now and everything. And then this happens.
It's literally 2023 all over again.
Like, what the hell is going on? And then they are probably number one with the most layoffs since the pandemic, which is absolutely insane. But yesterday he mentioned, today we're sharing a decision that will impact colleagues across the organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. Sorry, this is crazy writing here. Growth areas. We will end or decease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management, increasing agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specific of today's notifications and organization shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the coming days. I recognize that these changes. I recognize these changes. That these changes come at a time when we have more players and games and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap has never looked stronger. And then why people getting let go, Phil? Come on, Phil. I can't, Phil. You know when like you have a nickname for someone and you call them that, but when you're mad at them, you're like, all right,
the full legal name.
You use the full name. Phil Spencer. What is happening here?
Man,
you can't. You know better. You know better than that. How are you saying that this is the role that Microsoft is looking stronger than ever by you just threw off 9,000 people.
Dude, so many like studios closed, so many games
amazing,
canceled.
Talented people. Yeah, we're gonna dive into the game cancellations as well. So the success we're seeing currently is based on a tough decision we've made previously. We must make choices now for continued success in the future years, and a key part of the strategy is to the disciplined priorities for the strongest opportunities. We will protect what is thriving and concentrate efforts on areas with a great potential while delivering the expectations the company has for our business. This focused approaches means that we deliver exceptional games and experiences for players for generations to come. Let's look at what they've released in the last 5 years here. We had Redfall.
Not a good place to start.
I mean, I'm just telling you right now. We had Redfall. we had what was the other one? Starfield.
Oh, it got better, but that launch.
Right? Then obviously we had Forza, we had Hellblade. We had, who knows what's going on with Halo? Like, and then all these games, all of them, they're like, let's throw them on. Like, they had Indiana Jones. That was a good hit.
Yeah.
Really successful hit right there. A nice little surprise of the Elder Scrolls. Or not Elder Scrolls. What was that one that came out? The surprise one?
I can't. It has like a really long name, but it is
not Oblivion.
Esque.
Is it Oblivion?
I gotta look this up now.
Oblivion Remastered. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. That was a nice little surprise. They had a successful game called Hi-Fi Rush that they even claimed was very successful. They got rid of them.
Yep.
Like,
that was like the biggest slap in the face.
This Microsoft just seems very directionless.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're doing. And I don't think they have no idea what they're doing, which is scary because they're one of the biggest ones. They're the ones who has the most money out of everyone. And I started last night when all this is going on, a part of me is like, why are games even coming out on Xbox?
Yeah.
you always hear like, oh, like, here's this game coming on PlayStation and Xbox. Like, why? I People complain that with Nintendo and their game key that the third parties are not selling well, which someone just started that rumor. We don't know if that rumor is even true or not. No other developers said anything, but I know people are complaining about game keys and everything, which is kind of ironic because PlayStation and Xbox do that as well with your physical disc. The game downloads to your system.
Yeah.
So Nintendo's like, well, here's a game key as well.
Same thing, buddy.
This is literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I think the fact that Nintendo's like, hey, this is a game key, doesn't actually have the game on it, so it requires a download. What do you like? That upset people not knowing that PlayStation does the same and Xbox do the same thing. It's just a licensing, and then it downloads the game from the store.
Yeah.
So why are we mad at Nintendo?
I don't. The internet.
Oh my god. Jesus,
like being angry.
The internet's been around for a very long. I mean, the internet's been around for so long. How long has the internet been around?
What, like 1984 or something like that?
I didn't put the word. How long has the internet? You think it'd be mature by now? 1983.
Oh my god, I was so close.
It started developing in 1960s, but 1983. Why? It became public for everyone 1993. So let's just say 1993.
Oh, my birthday.
Because April 30th. So it's a little bit older than you. A little bit. You'll think by now we'll be mature.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Wait, I'm older than the internet? That's crazy. Wait a minute.
You're like, no.
When internet was born, when internet was made in the public, I'm older than that. That's wild. I do remember when I was there. It was scary times. Like,
gosh, early
who
internet.
Are you talking to?
Dial up. Oh man.
Dial up. Oh, that those noises. Those noises, and then your mom picks up. No.
Yep.
I was downloading an image. That will never finish. Anyway, yeah, all that news from Phil Spencer. As you can see, I'm not calling him by my famous nickname here. No. I'm very disappointed, Phil. Like, there was also another rumor with someone saying that the next console that's coming out, Phil will retire. That's also a rumor.
I mean,
someone came out being like, Phil has no plans of retiring right now, but who knows how long that cycle can even go? That might even be the last one, and then he can retire, and the person's like, I was right. I'd be like, bro, come on.
I mean, could he retire and probably live like a long, successful life right now? Probably. Does he want to? I don't think he wants to yet.
No. There's still the Phil I know, Spencer. I'm still mad at you. The Phil Spencer I know, he wants to, like, right. He knows Xbox is in a mess, and I don't know what's going on. If there's like some internal. I don't know, like, but this is the same Phil that like fixed Xbox, that they were successful from the 360, but the Xbox One came, and this is the Phil that came and like fixed that mess from the Xbox One era, because Xbox One, where it had to be online all the time and everything like that. That he came in like, you know what, let's fix all this and everything. Then we got like, you know, they went to the right direction. And yes, they have the Game Pass feature, which everyone loves. Which, by the way, Game Pass, I know we're still mad at Xbox or everything like that. Game Pass still has the best value for gaming, especially for pricing. Like, games up here in Canada reaching $110. That gives you like almost a whole year of Game Pass, and you get access to 1,000 games, and you get like the latest games and all Xbox games as well. You know, so like there's been good ideas, and like I said, the Phil that I've seen, I should say, I don't, obviously I've talked to him several times, but we're not giving, like, we're like, oh, I could call him, hey Phil, what's going on? You know, oh yeah, rough day yesterday. I heard, like, I can't like call him up or anything like that. But I feel like he wouldn't want to leave in a mess, unless unless it was forced on him, and like Satya comes by like, listen here, buddy, you're gone, type of thing. You know. But I feel like there's like a lot of internal struggles, and sadly, some tough decisions had to come. And I like, if Phil had like, maybe if he had more reins on this, I feel like he wouldn't have done something like this at this in this caliber.
I'm wondering, like, what's Microsoft thinking? Why are they so like hands-on all of a sudden? I feel like
I
in
think
the
it's too
last,
many chefs.
yeah, for sure.
There's Satya, we have Sarah Bond, Phil
There's a
Spencer,
lot going on.
investors as
God,
well.
the worst thing to ever happen to the gaming industry,
It's investors.
unfortunately, is
Like they
investors.
have all the money. They have all the money though. Sadly.
Man,
I miss the days where like when you were able to just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Throw money at different like production, like different like I sent you videos from PAX East yesterday.
yeah.
Look at all those look at those booths. Those are crazy.
Mhm.
Absolutely crazy. And then like you will think over time, like making like a booth like that would be cheaper over time. I can't imagine how much it was back then.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine how much it was back then. But now they just don't even do booths anymore. So
because the invention of ROI, and no one could quantify the ROI on cool booths.
crazy. Absolutely crazy. More studio closures. ZeniMax Online head leaves the studio. Greg Miles has reportedly left Rare as well. Rare was also working on a game Everwild. I've only probably heard that word once, but then we just never knew what really happened to that game. That game's gone. One game that I'm very upset about, Sammy, Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, man.
Gone.
I think a lot of people are very, very upset about that.
What we literally saw this last year.
Yeah.
I was in the room.
Yeah.
And now I'm questioning what I saw was even real. There wasn't just a video of like was a nice little CGI video. What the hell did I just watch? Was that real or not? Like they were working on this game for 7 years. Tell me, Sammy, you must know. Tell me.
Dude, it's so funny because like now we keep hearing of games that are like, oh, it's been in production since this time. It's like, okay, it's gonna be a pretty good game, and then it does come out, and it's just like, what have you guys been doing for 7 years? So
what have they been doing?
I don't know what was going on or why it didn't come out by now, but it's very unfortunate.
Yeah. The so the studio initiative who've been working on this, the Xbox picked them up. I remember this announcement like years ago when they picked them up, at being like, oh, okay, well we'll see whatever they make and everything, and
honestly,
and they're working along with Crystal Dynamics. So like, how does that work?
Just stay away. Just if any of the big 4 or 5 studios try to buy you up, I know the number at the time could seem very, very ideal, but just don't do it.
But then will they be able to last? That's the thing. I feel like a lot more. Like I feel like if a studio didn't get picked up, a lot of them
lasting now.
I mean, they're slowing the bleeding for a little bit. You know, they just put a little band-aid, a little patchwork on it. Be like, all right, well, we bought ourselves eight more years to figure this out, maybe. Yeah. You know, and like this just shows that, like, I don't know, like maybe
Call of Duty safe, man.
Call of Duty got cut as well.
Literally, what their probably biggest franchise.
Yep, a lot of things got cut. Bethesda is another one as well. Like even Turn 10.
Yeah.
The people with Forza, they lost half their people.
Yeah, 50%.
And those games were successful. The game's doing really well on PlayStation, so I've heard. It's like I don't know. It's just I can't like if I feel like this, I don't know how people in the industry, who are like the workforce, how they feel, because once you're being told you're doing a great job, and then the next day you're being fired. You're like, I thought I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
What just happened? Literally, his response on the day was like, "Oh, we're stronger than ever."
It's so bad.
Without you guys, so,
the optics are like terrible there.
What is happening?
Gosh. And it's kind of funny because now this is coinciding with the Stop Killing Games movement they're trying to do in the EU. Have you heard about that?
Yes, with the
petition?
online games and everything,
Yeah.
and that has the whole that streamer guy. He's in trouble with it.
Jacksepticeye?
No, Pirate Software.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
He didn't want to support it, or I can't. I don't want to start anything, basically, like, I think he said something about it, and people were like, "That's not true" or something like that, and he didn't really correct what he said.
Yeah.
So people were like calling him out on that and everything. But yeah, I remember. That whole thing as well. That's a whole different fight.
Yeah.
That's with
But
keeping games preserved
with
and
all these
everything.
studios shutting down, you can't have live service if you don't have people to take care of that live service. So could start bleeding over
You
to
know,
here too.
and like, I'm just, even with, okay, Xbox. Like, I remember when Xbox came out. I remember my cousin had it, and we were playing. Funny enough, Forza for the first time downstairs. I was like, "This is cool." The controller's a little bit big, you know.
Like,
There's a giant controller, but then I think you probably knew a lot of people that had a 360, and the
yeah,
360 was like
the golden
the
era.
golden era. I used to work at a facility that used to repair the 360s as well. So
Mm.
that was also a fun time. But like, telling people that, people be like, "What, you worked?" I'm like, "I know, it's so cool, right?" And everything. So, but it was such a rich time for Xbox, and they were doing so many cool things with online. I was even telling people last night, like, oh, they're like, "Oh, if you want to try out the latest Silent Hill F game, come to Gamescom." I'm like, "I'm not flying to Gamescom. Why don't you
Yeah.
just put the demo online?" And I'm like, why don't they ever do that anymore? Why don't they put like a timed demo? Don't you remember? I think my 360 had more demos than actual games that I played. It was just like, you could demo everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, oh, let me try this game and everything. And like, so they had like so many great ideas. And they had the game score that's still going on now, the achievements and everything that's still going on, that Steve V absolutely loves and like yells at Nintendo about, like, where are my damn achievements, Nintendo? Like, they do so many cool things, and like, I feel like they're no longer that anymore, because ever since Xbox One came out, and they try to copy Nintendo with the Kinect, and then online everything, and then even with the series systems as well, they never like reclaimed that magic in a way.
Yeah. And like
You
even
know,
here in Canada, community wise, I remember the Xbox booth at Fan Expo was like
yeah,
one of my highlights every year. And now it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, they're
yeah.
there.
You there last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just indie
And Call of Duty.
and a Call of Duty. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't even do that. I didn't do the activation. I forgot.
It was just a picture, but it
Yeah,
was
but
okay.
it was the moving picture and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But like, even like they just seem very directionless, because even with, like, I still try to wrap my head around this handheld,
Yeah.
where they just slap the Xbox button on it, but it's still a ROG ally.
And I feel like that's not like
That doesn't
most.
do anything.
What's the market share on like Xbox people who want a rogue ally? Because I don't think
Right?
it's very significant, to be honest.
Well, they're trying to say, no, it's an Xbox handheld, but it's not,
It's not.
because
It's
we
just
already have,
rebranded.
it's just rebranded, and it has an Xbox button. And this is what I'm trying. But like, this, like if some people are under a spell, and I'm like, no, it's a ROG. If the name is in there, if the name is
Yep.
still in there, just add an Xbox button. I can't play a game that isn't on the Xbox Anywhere on the go. Like, I can't just randomly play NHL on the go.
Yeah.
I always pick NHL as an example, because that those are not available on PC, nor can I. The only way I can play it on my handheld is by streaming it. But I need an Xbox for that.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, why I just play the game on Xbox then? So I don't know.
They're
I,
copying Nintendo again. They're doing what they did with their.
but at least with Nintendo, those games you could download it onto your system.
Yeah.
Yes,
100%.
like, I feel like they're trying to do, like, they're trying to do what Nintendo has right now, but the price to get those graphics is way too high.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted like an Xbox Series uh X, like, I wouldn't say S, because some games on the Switch look better than the S, to be honest. But if you want an Xbox Series X caliber of graphics on a handheld, I think that thing will cost $5,000.
Absolutely. And like, I don't know why they keep trying to copy Nintendo, because like obviously there's a little bit of crossover, but a lot of your main games aren't targeted to like the average Nintendo player. They want those Animal Crossings, they want the Pokemons and the Links.
But now like a lot of their IP that I see are just, I don't even consider them Xbox IPs. Like Call of Duty, yes, I know Call of Duty has a rich history with Xbox, especially from the 360 era. But when like maps come, I always remember the guy's voice is still in my head. The guy with the deep voice, like maps come first on 360. Like I always remember that guy's voice and everything. But like that's not a Microsoft Studio. Like Halo, Forza, Fable,
Gears
is Xbox.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. Like Gears was only on Xbox, but that's not like, that was Cliffy B.
Yeah.
So, but like we'll still count it and everything. But now all those are everywhere. You're kind of diluting your own IPs. Why do we need an Xbox?
And you did it to yourself, because if everything's an Xbox, I don't need an Xbox.
Yeah, why do I need an Xbox now? And then why are you making another console?
I don't know.
Everything's an Xbox. I might as well just wait. Why would I get another Xbox if I know the games are coming out on PlayStation?
Yeah. Again, it's just like from a company level, their goals seem to contradict each other.
Yeah. I feel like they're trying to merge like what they're doing with PC, like what their PC market, where like
that kind of makes sense.
Yes, you could buy a Surface to make your life easier, or you could buy a Dell or an Alienware, an HP or whatever brand, and have the same Windows experience. Yeah. I feel like that doesn't really translate well on the gaming side.
Not really.
Because then I'm like, why am I buying an Xbox?
Yeah. They kind of shot themselves in the foot.
And I don't know where they're going. And honestly, I don't think they know where they're going.
I think they're just kind of throwing everything at the wall, and they're going to kind of see what sticks.
Yeah. Like even with like you're losing 9,000 people, like, and then all of them are very talented, and they made sure that like it's not your fault and everything, with all these talented people, but yet you're claiming you're at the strongest as you ever been. Then why are you losing 9,000? Why is this happening?
And now, because there's so many people that are like 19, 20 now graduating from game development programs, guess what? No jobs, because the guy who worked at Xbox for 25 years, he's definitely more qualified.
The guy who you interned for,
he's after your job now.
And that's another thing. Like, where are these people being replaced? Like, how are they being replaced? Are they? A lot of people are screaming AI.
Don't say it. I don't want it, but probably. AI is going to be like a very dangerous thing. There's going to have to be government regulations on it. And I know people aren't going to want that, because everyone's like, decentralization, the metaverse, blah, blah, blah. But there's got to be some rules.
Yeah, that like AI is meant there to assist you. Like
not if you
not do your whole job. Like if you have your points and everything, or like you're like, all right, I designed this nice tree. All right, place this tree 1 million times across the map. Then do that. Sure, that's fine.
A utility, not a
utility. Yeah, don't be like, make a game for me. Mm-hmm. Where like there are AI tools out there literally making full-on games for people, which is mind-boggling for me. There's a goddamn AI girlfriend filter. Did you see that one? The fake girlfriend AI filter, where like you can be talking right here. Like, so like say it was me talking right here and be like, oh hey everyone, everything. Oh, and then literally a girl will walk behind you or come from the side of the picture and like just hug you and give you a kiss and everything. And people are like, oh, who's that? Oh, this is my girlfriend.
Did you watch the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix? It's basically we're turning into that, but like even more advanced, which is spooky.
It was Scarlett Johansson too, right?
Yep. And then Scarlett had to sue because people were using her voice for other AI stuff, and she's like, no, you're not allowed to fricking do that.
She already had a whole online battle with Black Widow because that became digital only. I think.
Yeah.
Instead of going to theaters, and then her royalties were based off of theaters and not the streaming thing.
Yeah, which made both like if you're gonna multi-release a movie on stream and in theater, like no, you need to be making money on both.
Well, I think they should just redo the contract. Be like, okay, well, the pandemic happened, we didn't know this.
Yeah.
Now instead of being theater release, we're gonna change it to streaming release and everything. But they're like, that sucks for her. That's why she sued them, and people were mad at her. Like, why are you suing them for it? But like, bro, like what?
Disney sues.
I'm trying to get my money
all the time. Yeah,
I'm trying to get my money here. Leading up to all this madness as well with Xbox, Halo Studios tensions were reportedly high before layoffs. They just restarted.
Yep.
They're supposed to have a game come out next year.
They just got their studio change name and everything, and now.
One person says, "I'm personally super pissed that Phil's emailed to brag us about how this was the most profitable year ever for Xbox in the same breath as pulling the lever," said one Halo Studio employee, according to Engadget. I wasn't sure what part I was supposed to be proud about. That Phil Spencer once again. Phil, you know, what are you doing? Phil, you know, I love you, man. But that is the biggest L you have taken. Like that, like you literally fumbled the ball and then you kicked it many times.
Literally just smiled in their face and pushed them off a cliff.
You're like, hey, you did great, kid. Just pull the lever right now. You did good, kid. You tried your best. As you close the door on them, be like, what are you doing? You know, I don't think anybody's really happy about the quality of the product right now. Said the developer. There's been a lot of tension and people trying to rally folks to ship. Like, and then not only that, this is yesterday. We're recording this on a Thursday. Obviously, by the time you guys into this episode will come out on Friday. There could be more layoffs.
Yep.
I think people are still finding out who else to be laid off from and everything.
Phil hasn't been online, at least like on Twitter or whatever, since it's been like a week. He's in hiding right now.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows. Check Blue Sky. I don't know he's on Blue Sky more.
Let me see.
Another one too. Another employee noted that the Xbox gaming division feels years behind the curve in terms of game development when compared to the rest of the industry.
Who's the rest of the industry that they're comparing? Like, they're literally the top studio. Who's doing better?
They bought everyone, and everyone just slugging along.
I don't understand, brother.
I don't know.
9 days.
Yeah. All right, so around the same time. I don't know. It's very sad. With everything that's going on, and once again, our hearts go out to everyone, and hopefully, be able to find something. It's getting harder and harder, even just to say that, because there's already thousands of people out there already, and then now you're just dumping 9,000 more. Like it's like I know some people started their own studios, and best luck to them. Like, make sure to try to support them if you can, and then just other people still looking, you know.
I'm hoping we see like an Expedition 33 situation where people are just like, screw it, let's just band together and see what we can do and find some magic. I think there will be, but unfortunately, there
will be, but we won't hear it. We won't hear it for a while.
Yeah, and the percentage of the people who can do that successfully and still make like a living, out of the 9,000 people, good luck.
The thing with Expedition, yes, I know it was a bunch of ex-Ubisoft employees,
but they left of their own accord. I think.
Yes, but not only that though. Even though it was 30 people working on the game, it was actually more. It was like 300 people.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, but that's 300 people getting jobs, you know? Yes, it may be 30 people from the studio, but it was 300 people like remotely as well. So,
Jeff Bezos, get more into gaming. If you could spend $50 million on one day in Italy,
I don't want him to get his hands on it either. I don't want his grubby hands to get on it.
Someone's gotta. We need like some oil barons or
we need like a rich nerd to just open up a studio. Like if I had even like I don't know how much money you need to run a studio, but like let's just say I had 50 million. Maybe
that would be like 15 years if you had 50 million, I feel like.
But like I'm not asking for like some like I want some expedition type of level.
Yeah.
Of like budget. Like, all right, I'm giving you guys 2 million. Figure it out.
Yeah. That's the plan.
You know, make some indie games out of it, you know. We'll figure it out. If you cross over $1 million, that's fine. Like I'm giving everyone like a budget, at maximum 2 million budget, you know.
Yeah.
And then
all right,
like,
come on, rich nerds, come at us. Not you,
come on,
Mark
rich
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, where you rich nerds who won with stock and all your Bitcoin nonsense and everything. Come on.
Yeah.
Come save
Where's
the
industry. Notch needs to come back.
Oh my god.
Come back and save Microsoft from
save the industry.
Money.
Save the industry. It's I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm honestly at a loss now. And like, you know, gaming, I feel like at times I feel like man, like now we're more involved in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
This is the shittiest part ever. All this time we were you know, watching it or buying games or keep watching it from afar. That seemed like the party times. Like, man, I remember going to this party or doing this and this investment and or this company paid me this to just and flew me out for this and everything. Dried up. Wells dried up.
I thought honestly, like this time last year, I was like, all right, we're on.
We're going back up.
It's not 2023 anymore. We're good. And then for the last month, it's been like, no.
Which it's crazy because like Xbox came out with so many, like last year, so many amazing games. They showed.
We have the most money ever.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And then they had another good show. Not to say the show was bad, but obviously last year's show was way better. And to like we're losing 9,000 people.
Yeah. Congratulations, you did such a great job. You're fired.
Yeah. Why are you closing the door, Phil? Yeah. What? Yeah. And the door just closes. You know. So. So I don't know. We'll have to stay close and see what else is gonna be happening here. Just tons and tons of like news. Like even while we're talking about this, news is still coming out right now. Another thing that I also find a little very weird, like once again, like why are you bringing out games to Xbox? If you hear Xbox news like this, Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox August 26th.
Yep. It's definitely like a hey, don't pay attention. Look, games. Look
Traction.
at this, guys.
Traction here. You know? And like even people who are diehard Xbox fans, they're mad, they're upset with them, and like, why are we only an Xbox?
Yeah.
You know? I remember I have an Xbox Series S, and even at one point I was like, "Oh, I wish I should probably get an Xbox X." And I'm like, "Well, why?"
I've never owned an Xbox. I do Game Pass on PC, but like with all these things happening, you know, I'm happy I chose Nintendo for this year's purchase.
There you go, your big purchase for this year, Nintendo, save the day.
PlayStation, you've always had my heart, and I need you to hurry up with something cool too.
Well, but even their games are coming out on PC.
Game Pass. Well, yeah,
it's coming on PC, like Steam,
at the same time.
Some of them are.
That's the only thing. Like, I feel like we get punished for being PC gamers because we have to wait. Like Spider-Man, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to wait like 3 years before I get to play this.
Yeah. It used to be bad where like some PC games they come for like as a normal 6 months later.
Yeah.
For any game, and now like at least some of them they do come out if it's like multi-plat. They're like, oh, it's coming on PC as well. But now like some PlayStation games, I find the turnaround time like for example, if a Spider-Man game came out like today, I would say next year it'll come on PC.
Yeah, for sure. It's like at least a year.
At least a year now. Where like before, like maybe there's rumors it might come out, you know.
And I feel like it should be easier now, but I don't know. Technology.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they make the PC version and then port it over.
Yeah.
to PlayStation. So, or wherever console it is and everything. So, I don't know, Sammy. I'm just looking
It's
to
all
see if
mess.
there's. It's a huge mess. It's a huge
Looking
mess.
for updates, last minute updates.
I'm just looking at any last minute updates just in case. I saw Tomb Raider was trending, and I was like, "Why is Tomb Raider trending now?"
Oh God, why is Tomb Raider?
Right? Like, I don't even know. I have no idea what.
Honestly, we need more Tomb Raider games. It's been a while. I
It's
really
been a
liked the
while,
last bunch.
but Crystal Dynamics have been helping on Xbox. They could have helped out on Tomb Raider.
Yeah, well now they got a lot more free time now, don't they?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, I don't see anything else. So, with that being said,
Our doom scrolling has come to an end for this evening.
Cody Rhodes has been cast as Guile for the live action Street Fighter movie. You got to be kidding me.
Dude, have you seen the cast so far? It's
They have two wrestlers in there. They have Roman Reigns as Akuma. I'm gonna post this for Riley, see what he says.
Dude, isn't like Jason Momoa in there too?
Jason Momoa is Blanca, which is
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
I could see that for sure.
That's hilarious. But like, this is a bunch of people. There's no way this is real.
Dude, freaking
How's he gonna have the hair?
Balrog? 50 Cent? Come on.
I can see that, but he's kind of old now too.
And then honestly, Orville Peck is in it too as Vega, which kind of. Do you know who Orville Peck is? He's like, he's kind of. He always wears a mask. So I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
That freaking works. Who else we got in here? Wait, Andrew Schul, isn't he a comedian? I see his TikToks all the time.
And he's playing as Dan.
Yeah.
And Dan's like a joke character.
Okay.
Even him, I wouldn't have him as that.
Yeah, no. So interesting.
Yeah. Just absolute madness. Going on this Street Fighter. Why are they making this movie? I feel like this is gonna dilute Street Fighter all over again.
You know,
The last one didn't do good either.
Why not?
That's not. That shouldn't be a reason. Why not? The last Street Fighter movie was Van Damme and Kylie Minogue was Cammy.
Yep. Who else was in that?
Oh
man. Oh, Raul Julia. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Freaking Gomez Adams.
Rough times. But yeah, I guess that's all the Xbox news. Yeah, 9,000 people sadly gone. I was looking at one last thing here. Anything that Jeff has to say. Jeff was in London the other day, apparently. With the Death Stranding tour.
Oh, are you playing that?
I don't have a PlayStation.
Did it come out on PS4?
Nope, not this one.
Not that one. Can't play it either.
All right, we gotta wait.
Gotta wait again. See, that's PC fine. Gaming life.
It'll come to PC faster. Yeah. I feel like this is Kojima. Maybe they have like a 6-month deal.
Usually, if like I really want to see like the game and the story, I'll just straight up support like a YouTube person and just watch their playthroughs. Do something like that.
That's why I make my playthroughs.
Yeah.
I have videos. I'll just be like popping off years later. I'll be like, why are you watching this now? Like, I don't understand. Yep. This game go like 6 years ago. What's going on here?
I still get like PT views on YouTube, and I'm like,
oh my god, that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, you never know with YouTube videos. That's why anytime I'm playing a game, I'm like, oh, I could have recorded that. Then I just easily throw up and everything like that. So, Sam, what's going on for you for the rest of the week?
I'm currently playing a game called Critter Garden that I'm trying to finish up and review. It's very cute. It's very like what's the Canadian game I just Creature Keepers is kind of like that, but a little bit different. A lot of resource management. And then after that, got another game that I'm going to be reviewing. And just playing as much as possible. I'm very behind in like new games, I'm finding. So it's just like, okay, Donkey Kong, I need to make some time for sure, because
Oh
it's
yeah.
been way too long. That's my dude, and I'm excited for some DK rap.
All right. Are you gonna get it day one?
Probably.
Oh, you want to review it then?
I mean, if you don't want to review it, I'll review it.
If you're the Donkey Kong expert.
I mean, I do love me some Donkey Kong. I feel like Riley could be my
Riley
enemy.
reviewing it.
Yeah.
He's more Banjo.
But I'm also Banjo. And he's known as the
Does he know
Banjo
this?
guy. I don't know, but I'm always like in the corner, like, I really, Gruntilda was like my favorite person when I was like 7 years old.
I don't think he knows this. I think you need to speak up about this.
It's fine.
Let him realize he's not the only one. He has competition.
He's allowed to have a thing. I'll let Banjo Kazooie be a thing.
He can't be both. But he's already claiming DK. He can't claim DK.
That's true. I feel like he would definitely claim Banjo more than DK though.
He's just like the Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
But then Camille's a Nintendo girl.
I feel like Camille is like a Zelda girl. Like
that's kind of true.
Yeah, if I was like, oh, let me take lead on the Zelda thing, I'd be like, absolutely not. Like that's Camille's job. She's the treehouse girl.
Yeah, she's a treehouse girl. But then like none of them know that I'm also a Nintendo guy. I've been like, there's been a lot of Nintendo folks. There's too many Nintendo folks. Yeah. And then Steve is achievement guy. Yeah. I don't know if he's
Alan Wake guy.
He's Alan Wake guy. but then he will get a Tony Hawk tattoo.
Yeah.
Guy. He's tattoo guy.
The dichotomy of all of us. We were all multifaceted.
Yeah. Camille isn't like that. Cody Rhodes is Guile.
Yeah. Riley loves it though.
Right. I love that. He lays it. I love that. Oh my god, that's so funny. As for me, I'm trying to finish 3 games before Donkey Kong comes out. Before I can stream it. Sammy, I will make it live. You'll be the lead reviewer for it. Why not? Good luck. All right. If you're getting it day one.
Okay.
So there you go. Make some room. Make some room. The guy behind the tree, like
yeah.
What else? I also did a Call of Duty event as well. League. It went really well. The one in Kitchener. It was really I can see why people like the like watching it live and everything. It was a very eventful. People are really rowdy. People travel from all over. Like
it's definitely a good group of people. I just didn't understand the location.
Yeah, well, I mean, location. Yeah, I mean, for the location, it wasn't bad.
If Toronto it's just that Ultra was hosting,
it's just. I mean, and it's an hour outside the city.
Yeah.
It's like they're not going to call it Kitchener Ultra. But like, it's still in Toronto. It's still in the Toronto area. Like if it was like in Windsor, I'd be like, okay, well, bro, what you must call Detroit? What's going on here? Yeah. I think even like London, they will count it as that. But like being like an hour drive outside the city, that was a little painful going back and forth on. They did provide services like buses and everything, which is absolutely amazing, well organized. Would it have been more successful if it was in the city? Probably. Maybe you may have had more people check it out. Like after work, like let me go check this out because it's going on right now.
Especially the Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. There were still a good handful of people there on Thursday and Friday. Sunday the place was packed though. It was jam packed and everything.
Day, right?
Mates championship Sunday. It was packed up. It was, and then another thing that makes it a little more difficult is especially if you're coming from if you're leaving the city to go to Kitchener, traffic.
Oh yeah.
Sadly, people are leaving the city, especially that weekend, or even on a warm weekend. People are leaving to go to a cottage. But then not only that weekend was Canada Day weekend.
Yeah.
So a lot of people. There was more people. There was at one point I had to just to get back into the city. And poor Ange, it was her like family's like gathering, and I was late for it. And then I was like, dude, I'm gonna be really late for this thing. I literally had to go like get off the highway, go across the highway, take some side streets, cross the highway again, take some more side streets. And I was literally going as like a ping pong back and forth, and it saved me 20 minutes.
Dude.
Just because something happened on the highway, I was like, what is going on here? But like the fact I've never done it before, going across and cross, like, oh, there's a highway again. I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah. And it saved me 20 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to finish some games. I'm playing Stellar Blade as of right now. Maybe I'll start stream a little bit earlier and do that. And then, I don't know. I'm trying to see what my other 3 games are. Oh, wait, Still Wakes Deep has a DLC. That's like, that'll take 2 hours. I can finish that today. And then Stellar Blade, I don't know how long we reach to that game as well. And then I had to figure out the other games. Sam, it's too many.
Are you doing the Ravenlock DLC?
Ravenlock?
Yeah, didn't they just come out with a DLC?
For Still Wakes Deep?
Yeah. Or it's not out yet. It's soon. Can't remember.
Still Wakes Deep has DLC that I'm playing. And I don't know what Ravenlock is.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Oh, Ravenlock is... Oh, from Coco
Cucumber, yeah, whatever the studio name is.
They have the remaster. The remaster.
The remaster. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I still have to get a key for that actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, the Still Wakes Deep is is from a Chinese developer with you're like at an oil rig and then water comes over and some weirdness. It was a really good game. That DLC. Some mixed reviews on the DLC, so we'll check this one out. So, and I still got Clear Obscure Expedition.
Oh man,
that might just be in my summer game, man. I'm just letting you know right now. So, too many games.
I don't know what my game of the year is yet. I feel like there's still too many to play.
Too many games. Yeah. And then Marvel Rivals came up with new characters. Phoenix.
Honestly, that's completely. I got burnt out on Overwatch. I'm not picking up another like 5v5.
See, you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Because that's how I felt with Overwatch, especially with how some people I was playing with, I was like, dude, we're not going League. We're just here for a fun time. And then people got like heated. I'm like, I can't deal with this. And I just got burnt out.
It's always the gold players that get angry too. And it's just so like, mad. You're not even good. It's fine.
You're not even good. We're just here for a good time and hanging out and shooting and everything, right?
Yes.
And I feel like these games you have to play in batches.
Yeah.
You know, like last time I played was when Ultron came out. I'm like, okay, let me try him out. I'm like, all right, Ultron's kind of meh, you know. And then like I played it for a little bit so people could get their drops. So I probably played like 7 hours. And that was it. And now Phoenix is coming out next week. I was like, all right, well, let me just do this again. Drops are on right now. Let people get their drops for another 7 hours. You know, just do that.
Yeah.
So
all I hear is like Spider-Man's OP, and every time someone's facing a Spider-Man, they want to like
start screaming,
self-harm. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That sucks. It kind of sucks when you're playing a game and you like playing variety of characters, but to win, if you want to win, a lot of the times with these games, you have to play the meta, and that's really like handcuffing for a player.
Yeah, I mean, I have 66 hours in the game, so
I got 0.
It's not even that much. There's some people out there like hundreds and everything.
Now, if I was looking at Overwatch, I probably have like 4,000 on Overwatch.
I probably have a lot of Overwatch, but I honestly haven't. I never played 2. I never installed it.
It's not the same, so you're fine.
Good. Keep it that way. With that being said, we will check you all out here next week, hopefully with better news, happier news, more.
Knock on all the wood, all
the wood. Because if not, next week's what, the 8th? The following week will be Donkey Kong, so that we'll be getting closer to that. That's the 50th. We have 2 more episodes.
Probably like the 23rd is
23rd. Yeah, so 23rd we'll have Donkey Kong out, and then we'll have our reviews back out there. So unless we get it early, I don't know.
Hopefully, we'll see.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye everyone.